Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live that awesome life that awaits you at any moment. It's all what you believe. It's all what you think. It's all what you're creating. Every thought creates. You are in total control of your destiny, your reality. Even in the dire of circumstances, one person can feel free and relieved, and another can feel devastated. Why is that? We're choosing. We take all the information that's been given to us. We take all the information that we've carried forward from centuries, and we decide how that computes in this reality. But I'm here to tell you, it can change at any moment. If you don't like what you see out here, then ask yourself if your beliefs are reinforcing that negative reality. Are you judging others? Are you blaming others? Are you blaming the system? Are you blaming your parents? When you know that you can create every single thing in your reality, you have to take responsibility for everything. And when you do that, it's empowering. It's difficult. It's difficult to take responsibility because that means you can't point the finger at somebody else, but guess what? You're pointing at yourself. We're all one energy connected, just interacting. That's all. That's all. And we take it so doggone seriously, don't we? You know, they did that, and then at the end of the day, you're thinking, was any of that important? Was that thing important? Was that situation? Was that sentence important? All of that revolves around the ego. You are in control, and every one of those thoughts is creating at every moment. Now, you know I don't usually use the word create, because to me create means that you're pulling something out of nothing. Create, in my viewpoint, is manifesting something that already exists. You're creating that in your reality. Even though it's already there, there's endless possibilities and probabilities for you. Endless. Uh-oh, I have to sneeze. Sorry. I don't have my mic on because it was acting up, and I had 3 great videos for you that I couldn't use. I didn't want to take a chance because I know how important it is to just hear what you already know. And you know that you wield this power, but we're told we don't. It's not true. If it were true, then look around you. There wouldn't be planets spinning out in space and rotating, and everything is absolutely beautifully orchestrated and organized. There's no chaos in this universe, including all the stuff that's happening to you that you don't like. That's not chaos. If you watch my video, everything's exactly the way it should be. Why? You're supposed to learn from it. If you don't, you're rejecting the very thing that's bringing you harmony. Can bring you harmony if you look at it, learn, make the changes, change the patterns, change the thinking, and become that new person that can create whatever you want and sees that situation as something beautiful. And then the universe gets that message and in turn sends you things beautiful because you are it, you're creating it, you're ordering it, you're giving directives, and it happens immediately. Not here to here, it is you. It's like, I'm this. I'm in this reality now. Okay, I learned that. I'm here. You came here to do that. Everything's pre-programmed. But you can change it at any time. You don't have to follow through with anything that you agreed on the other side. But just know that all these things situations you put yourself in were purposely given to you by you because you decided to take on a certain task. Mine in this lifetime was not to take on the task so much as to share the knowledge. I decided that I was going to enjoy myself here for a change and then share what I know. And it's pretty deep. I've had many insights in an awakened state. I've had a beautiful life. As you know, as an investment banker for many years, I've done things that people dream of doing. I've traveled to places and lived a life that people will spend their whole time dreaming of. And they can create it too. But I'm here to tell you, life isn't about that. Life is about the value that we get, the lessons that we learn, the enlightenment, the higher frequency. And when you die, that's what's going to count. You're going to look back and say, wow, I've spent my whole life just killing myself to get the bigger house. And none of us were happy. It really didn't matter. And then you look back and you think, wow, it's never about the material world. It's never about the material world. This is just our playground to create. This is just the canvas. Right? So I have spent lifetimes in... See, when I go to these places, I know that some people are going to go, okay, crazy lady. I have actually lived lives on other planets. I'm not actually sure which planet, but believe it or not, they were worse than this one. The last one was chaotic, sheer chaos. Constantly moving, places getting destroyed, battles in the sky with different factions of, I don't want to call them aliens because they aren't aliens. We were aliens. We were all different species battling, once again, for material worlds and power and all that other garbage. It was a horrible, horrible way to live. Horrible way to live. Never had a place to live. Always had to be constantly moving, and as soon as you found a place, you'd have to move again because somebody would take over and be battling, and you had to get out of there. And I was also somebody that stepped up to the plate in that lifetime. And I think that I earned a rest this time and chose it. But I did choose to come down here, and I got to tell you, it's not an easy thing for us to be here. This is a big task. Don't think for a minute you're ever going to go to that place where the world is just like heaven. It can be as much as you can create here in a dense place, but there is density on this planet. And until we leave here, that density is never going to be removed until everybody reaches that enlightened state, raises the frequency, and then we won't have bodies anymore. We'll be light beings. It's probably not going to happen in our lifetime, but you are a light being already, so it doesn't matter. You're going to go to that. There's no hell, by the way. We're going to talk about all that stuff. You are in control of everything. Sorry. Take responsibility. Stop blaming. Every time something happens and somebody says something to you, you feel bad. If you truly want to accelerate your spiritual growth, sit and ask yourself, how can I handle this at this moment? Am I taking this personally? Am I going to go, ow, and blame you, and that was mean? Or am I going to just say, you know what? This person is coming from a bad place, or a lower frequency, I should say. They're not thinking right now. They're striking out. They're striking out at themselves. And I'm not going to fuel that. I'm not going to deflect it either. I'm going to listen to that pain and decide whatever higher frequency you can go to handle that situation. If you do that at every moment, including your thoughts, oh, she's not pretty. Oh, stop yourself and say, you know what? We're all beautiful. God bless us for being different. God bless us for being different. We chose these bodies and our situations. This is your year of empowerment beyond your imagination. And many of you are struggling right now because you are going to that next level. Why? Because you're still having to break through some lessons. Break through them. Use them. Don't think, what's wrong? Everybody's going to the fourth and fifth dimension. What's happening to me? You're going. And that means you've got to release. You've got to cut some ties and let that anchor go. Untether yourself. A lot of you are still hanging on to certain things. You don't even know it. So the universe is saying, okay, you're ready. You're ready. You've given the directives. Here are the things you need to release. It's going to be a little painful because you no longer have to experience that. Is it struggling financially? Is it these things? It's time for you to change all that. It's time for this is your opportunity to change it. We're going to give it to you one big last time because you are going to go to this next dimension. And it's so important for you to handle it. Handle it, take it in, take responsibility, and change that thing and live that awesome life. And be joyful, even in the worst of situations, because you know this is just a temporary play. We're supposed to learn from absolutely everything. It's beautiful. I know it doesn't seem like it. You're whole and perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. I'm hearing some awesome breakthroughs from you guys. And I'm hearing you open up to stuff that you would never have believed maybe even a year ago, right? It's really cool because now you're expanding your consciousness into what is available. And there's no end, there's no limits, there's no end to what you can create. Just know that everything has a place here on this planet, right? And we're not supposed to be flying off of buildings. We're supposed to be focusing on what our job is here. Do that, and you will be in heaven. And when you go to the other side, you're going to say, I did it. I did it, because I can't take any of that stuff with me. But I opened my heart when I needed to. I was always kind to people. Even when I didn't feel like it, I would speak words of kindness and positivity for yourself and others. Blessings to you, my friend, my beautiful friend of which you and I are one energy. I'm counting on you. I'm working on it every day too. Namaste.